Okay, time for a follow-up. All right, morning coffee. My coffee doesn't fit in my coffee holder. I got an idea. So yeah, that's not gonna work. Secondary solution. So a lot of people were messaging me and saying, what happened? So what happened with my friend who was down in Brazil and couldn't find her way home? As you know, if you've heard that story, she had to go and get a COVID test before you're allowed to fly back home to Canada. And that came into effect brand new while she was already on her trip. So it's not like she knew this was there beforehand. It happened afterwards. Called me in a frantic panic, asking me, how do I, where can I find a place to get a COVID test? What's going on? I'm going to be late for my job. They're going to be angry. So I gave her 6 places to call, and she called all 6, but she got an appointment, but it was for 7 days later. Which means she was going to be over almost a full week or a little bit more than that late getting back to her job from her vacation, because she has to quarantine in Canada. And when you get back to Canada, it's 14 days in quarantine. It doesn't matter if you have a negative test or not. So I did that in the morning, and then I made that video, and I was explaining to you folks what happened and everything, because I had 2 friends over there. One's perfectly fine. There's no rush to get back. In fact, they just stayed longer because Ontario shut down at the same time. So they had no job to go back to and no school to go back to. So she's fine. The other friend, not so much. So yeah, I got back on the phone that afternoon because she's still kind of in a frantic, and I ended up calling, I think it was 19 different places, and I still got like 10 days, 9 days, things like that. And then I said, you know what, I'm gonna try one of those places that I gave her already, those 6 first places. And the second one I called back, they said, oh, we have a cancellation later on this evening, 7:30. And right now it's around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I said, perfect. And I gave her name and I gave her information, and I said, okay, she'll be there at 7:30. And I called her cell phone, and no answer. No answer on her cell phone. And I tried for a good 30 minutes. So finally I ended up calling the hotel that she was at and got a hold of the front desk. And I asked them to ring me into her room in case her cell phone was on charge or something like that. And they tried ringing me into her room, no answer on her room. Got a voice message if I wanted to leave a voice message. Called back the front desk and I said, look, I have a friend there. She needs a test to get back to Canada. I got her an earlier test than she could before. I need to find her quickly. And apparently she had been at the front desk a few times looking for other places that she could possibly go to get a test done. And so they knew who I was talking about. And the girl at the desk said, I know where she is. I think she's out by the pool bar. I'll run out and check, and I'll see if I can reach her. And I said, thank you very much. And about 10 minutes later, I got a call back from my friend. The girl found her from the front desk. Good customer service there. got her onto gave her the message, and my friend rushed out just in time and got the test done. It was one of the quick tests. It was done in an hour, and she was able to fly home the next day. She's back in Canada. She's going to be 1 day late for her job. Not too bad. Not too bad of an ending. And I told her when I was on the phone with her, and she explained to the girl, ran up and gave my message. I said, well, you owe that girl one heck of a tip and a thank you before you go, because she just saved you 7 days stay at a hotel and possibly your job. So yeah, my friends back in Canada, all's well that ends well. It just goes to show anybody doing any traveling at all right now, if you have to be back home at a certain date and a certain time, I would be checking the news in your country every single day. At least, quick 10 minutes. Just go on the computer and get on one of the radio stations and listen to, in case there's any new updates. Because things are changing week by week, day by day. So many things are changing and so many new rules are coming out depending on where you live. And so you don't want to take that chance that you're there, all of a sudden, what happens if you're in the UK? And for instance, they had that big spread of the new strain of the virus in the UK, and Canada said, oh, we're banning flights from the UK for 72 hours. And so, well, if you had a flight home, you weren't coming here. And that 72 hours turned into a 2-week ban. And who knows how long that will continue. There's a possibility Africa, with their new strain, will now get a flight ban as well. And if it starts to spread any other variant someplace else, you may just see airports shut down altogether. So listen to the news, find out the information on a daily basis if you're traveling and need to fly. Because you don't want to be stuck in a foreign country for multiple weeks on your dime. And that will be not only your job, your friends, your children, your pets, all that kind of stuff can just be put into a great big panic. Well, that's the update for now, and until next story time, we'll see you at the next video. I can finally have a sip. Chocolate truffle. If anyone's wondering what coffee this is, chocolate truffle.